Real quick before I begin, I think this is the first time I'm wearing my jersey on camera for a video, and I gotta say, it's a beautiful thing. I've always loved the jersey, and I respect it. The people who hate it, they can go screw. Well, it is time, finally, to talk some hockey for this year. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Trevor, and before I begin, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everyone. It is that time of year to get festive and all that. Wearing the special throwback toque in celebration of this merry time of year. So, just want to give my wishes and respectives, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, blah, 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 all that to those who are celebrating this time of year. So, hooray! All right, now, on to the main event. The title of this video, the New Jersey Devils. Let's just talk about them. Let's talk about what has been this season so far. And oh boy, has it been a season since the last time I've talked about the Devils. You may recall the last time I was driving home October 30th after their 7-1 victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets on Halloween Eve. And I'm like, all right, a big win, dominating win. What's next? What's next, huh? How about a 13-game win streak? What? 13-game win streak? What? That's crazy. They were heading off to Western Canada literally right after that. And I'm like, okay, maybe if we win 2 out of 3, I'll take it. No, they sweep Western Canada for the first time in, God, I want to say at least 20 years. We usually struggle in Western Canada. We swept the Canucks, Oilers, and Flames, all in Western Canada. I can't believe it. And then it just continued on from there. 13 games in a row. Can you believe it? Nobody, and I mean nobody and their mother could have told you going into this year that, hey, the New Jersey Devils would have a 13-game win streak before Christmas break. They would have told you, Huh? What? Stunned. Shocking. And considering off of the bad start this team had. Fire Lindy. Remember that? I do. I was there. I was chanting it. Now then, there was a sorry Lindy chant I wasn't there for. Holding my reserves on that one. Because we'll get to what has been happening more recently. But I can't believe this team went on a 13-game winning streak. And they were winning games on all sorts of situations. It wasn't just blowouts. Coming from behind. 2 goals in less than 30 seconds. Overtime wins. Grinding. Fighting. Any situation you put in front of them, they found a way to win. 13 games. And the only reason, and you want to know why that win streak stopped? Those damn referees when you face the Toronto Maple Leafs. You wanted to stop it, didn't you, Toronto? Come on, you can tell me. I'll keep a secret. You really wanted to stop our win streak, didn't you? 3 disallowed goals in 1 game stopped our winning streak. Thanks, Toronto. Really. Oh, yeah, I so want you to win. Yeah, really, Toronto. Yeah. Maple Leafs and all that? Yeah, go screw. Yeah, thanks. But, hey, they're above 500 still. They're second place in the Metropolitan going into the game before Christmas break. Unfortunately, though, the wheels started to come off a little bit after that Toronto game. Well, no, because they won in Buffalo. Yeah. They won in Buffalo. They beat the Rangers. So we had a couple games here and there, we were still winning. And then we got to a game against the New York Islanders in early December. After a beautiful Vitek Vanacek shutout performance, which I was in the building for against the Chicago Blackhawks. Then you get to this game against the Islanders. And the Devils beat them up early on, like literally they destroyed them early on in the year. And then they come in and beat you. All right, look, rivalry game against another Metropolitan Division opponent. You put it aside. All right, you got your little game. Then the Rangers game. A week ago? I think it was like that. Yeah, I think it was a week ago. Yeah. I don't have any notes or anything in front of me. I'm just spitting here. We're just going through it. The game started out great. Devils were up 2-0. Just completely destroying them. Which this team needed. They needed a good first period start. But then it started to turn. The Rangers eventually, unfortunately, they tied it. Devils blowing a 3-1 lead in the process. And here was the turning point. There was a penalty shot that game that Jack Hughes had the chance to put the game away. It would have been 4-1 New Jersey at that point. He missed. I think that's the reason why this whole thing started. Well, not the reason why, but that's the turning point. That's when it's like, okay. Because then you go on to lose that game in overtime. You got to play the red-hot Dallas Stars the next night, and they just take you to school. The Flyers game, ugh. Dear Lord, that Flyers game. Ugh. David Severson. Whatever. That was that. And then, after that, the Panthers game? Not good. And then the Hurricanes game, which they took you to school. But then last night. So now we're up to 6 games. 6-game losing streak. Last night, going into Florida, just playing the night before in Raleigh, you're looking at a team that's tired, lost, mentally lost. What do? It's a must-win, obviously. They found a way. Granted, it wasn't pretty. Absolutely not. There were a lot of bad mistakes that game, I will admit. But when this team was down, third period playing a back-to-back is one of the hardest things to do because you're just mentally and physically exhausted from playing over almost 120 minutes of hockey in 24 hours. That's a lot. What did they do? Tie the game, get the lead, hang on for dear life. Bend, but not break. And they found a way to get 2 points in regulation to snap this 9. Snap the streak. Bam. We're out of it. This year's team is different. Now, granted, the past couple games, it started to look like Devils teams of old rearing its head. But if that was a team last night and any of the past at least 5 years, they lose that game and lose it bad. But no! They found a way to win! They're different, man. They're different. And I know I've been beating my drum saying I just don't know what it would take. Last night, that's what it took to find a way to win. And now you have to build on it. Unfortunately, you don't get much time because tomorrow night at Prudential Center, the Boston Bruins come to town. And it'll be a sold-out arena. 2 of the top teams this year going at it. 3 games in 4 days before the Christmas break officially kicks in. What do we got? Which Devils team will show up? Will it be the one that found a way to win no matter what for 13 games in a row? Or, unfortunately, the one that's been kind of on the fence? not getting the breaks they need, and losing 6 games in a row. It's going to be a battle tomorrow night at Prudential Center in Newark. And if you're going, have fun, because that might be one of the games of the year tomorrow night. And oh, by the way, if you can't make it tomorrow, the first game out of the Christmas break for New Jersey, December 28th, immediately back at Prudential Center against those same Bruins. And the Bruins have to play tonight, by the way. It's Boston, so they're obviously going to be ready. But if there's any little advantage the Devils need, Bruins play tonight. They get a day off, but 3 games in 4 days for New Jersey. So we'll see. That has been what has been leading up to today. They will obviously due for regression. I'm not going to BS my way through it. You kidding me? 13-game winning streak? You're due to lose some games. Absolutely. But it's just the way they were losing them, which was the problem. You're out shooting your opponents most of the games. But you're not scoring goals. The goal scoring has gone dry. And it's the quality of shots which is the problem. Sure, you're out shooting your opponents. That's always a good thing. But what about the quality of the shots? I'm going to picture myself as a goalie right now. When you're shooting, you obviously want to, try and beat them. What are the Devils have been doing? Going for the chest, the crest of the jersey. That's not how you're going to beat them. You got to get your shots to the outside, roof it, or get those dirty deflections, which was the game-winning goal last night. Igor Sharangovich got the goal I've been waiting for a good week now. A dirty goal. A dirty deflection. Down in front, getting your stick out, just looking for that little bounce of the puck. And he got it. Those are the goals you need, especially teams that are on your same level. That's how you got to beat Boston tomorrow night, because they're sure as damn hell going to try and do it to you. You got to get those dirty goals. You got to get those dirty, grind them out, garbage goals. And I know it's not pretty hockey, but that's how you win sometimes. And that's how they won last night. So we need to improve on that. The other big thing, which has been a problem for a couple months now, is the physicality of this team. No offense to the guys, but we don't have that physical type of player that can not just straight up fight and be a goon on the ice, but you need someone who's a tough guy, has a little more muscle to him, some beef, as we like to call it. Needs to be beefy, but can also play hockey. You just don't want a straight up goon out there going out hitting everybody and then in the penalty box for most of the game. Granted, where are you going to find one of those? Teams are hard to give them up, but hey, this is why you sucked for years. Maybe, you give up a prospect or two in the process, See what you got to do. But man, last night, Nico Hischier got beat up, man. And he's the captain of this team. And I know what people are thinking, oh, he's the captain, he should stand up for himself. That's not his game. Nico Hischier's game is not to be a physical guy. He's a two-way guy. But the sad part is, none of his teammates stood up for him. And that's why the Devils need a physical guy to step up for your captain in situations like that. It was sad, man, seeing. And Matthew Tkachuk, dude, what the hell are you doing? The play is over, the game is over, but I'm just gonna pound this guy's head into the ice with his helmet off. What the hell are you doing? The play was long over, dude. Skate to your bench, you lost. Don't be a bitch pussy, because you lost the game. He just goes after our captain willy-nilly, and it took 2 refs to stop him, and no Devils players in sight. If I'm a guy off the bench, I'm saying F it, jumping over those boards and getting them. I don't care if I get a penalty. You stick up for your captain, which nobody on this team could seem to do. So they got to improve on that. And also, we need a scorer. Now, I know they won last night, but the goal scoring has been pretty dry as of lately. While on that winning streak, every little player was contributing. We were getting team depth goal scoring. Ever since then, and going into last night, it's pretty much been the Jack Hughes show. And granted, that's what you want from your superstar. You want him to dominate. But one guy ain't going to carry you. You need a team. And thank God Jesper Bratt finally woke up out of his slump last night. He needed a game like that. A 2-goal performance to not only tie the game once, tie the game twice. You needed that, man. Keep it going. I know there's been a lot of talks about Bratt. Do you resign him? Do you just let him go? And if he's going to want, from the rumors, $9 million, if he wants to get his big boy payday, you got to show it, man, because for the past 5 or so games, you've been dead quiet. Hell, some people could say even longer. You need to keep it up, dude. If you want to get paid, you got to prove why you want the money. Because if I'm a GM, I'm looking at this, I'm like, $9 million. And you can't be consistent with your game? Why should I give you the money? So we'll see about that. But the team definitely needs to improve on that. Hopefully they make a big move at the trade deadline. If the winning continues, maybe even before it, they got to do something. You got to make a trade. You got to try and improve this team. Get ready for hopefully a playoff run. I'm saying no guarantees here. But if you are legit, and last night proved this team was different, if you think you can make a playoff run, you got to improve. You got to continue to fight. You got to continue to stay strong. And you got to find a way to win games. And that's what they did last night. They found a way to win. A gutsy win. That is what we need for the rest of the season. Gutsy, finish your games, wins. You can't be giving up goals 1 minute into the game, the final 2 minutes of a period, of a game, or the start of a period. You can't. You got to stop that. You got to tighten up. Lindy Ruff has kind of earned his job for the year. As much as I hate to say it. I think he's earned it. Unless another massive skid happens, obviously. But he's got to prove it, man. You got to show why you're the coach. You got to improve your lines, because, no offense, your lines have been kind of iffy the past couple games. I got to be honest, dude. But we're waiting on some injury news as well. Ryan Graves left last night's game. Hopefully it's nothing long-term. John Marino didn't play last night. He left the Carolina game Tuesday night. That's 2 spots and 2 important guys on our defense that are gone. So hopefully they're okay, at least one of them. And we'll figure it out from there. So, that's going to do it for this one. Final thoughts, I guess you could say. I've been saying it online. On my Twitter. I want to believe. I really do. I want to say, hey, this team might actually do it this year. But going into last night, man, I don't know. But yet they found a way. They found a way to win. And that's what you need. That's what you need the rest of the year. Just to keep fighting, keep grinding, and find your ways to win those games where you think you shouldn't. That's all you need. The big bad Bruins come to town tomorrow night. I hope they step up. If you lose in a close game, okay. You shake your head. You move on to the next one. Hey, I'll even take an overtime loss because you get a point out of it. But if it's a blowout, maybe they're not quite ready yet. We'll have to see what happens. So, that's going to do it for this one. Once again, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays for everyone. I will be back. All-Star break, let's say. And I'll give an update on how the team is doing from there. And hopefully it's still good news. And hopefully the season won't be over by then. So, thank you all once again for watching. My name is Trevor. And I will see you in the next one.